안녕하세요. 여러분 안녕하세요. I'm posting on Instagram to let people know we are starting our YouTube. 안녕하세요. 잘 지냈어요? Have you been doing well? 잉님, 아나님, 아미릴님, 핑크숲님, 디안님, 셰릴님 다 안녕하세요. 배아님도 안녕하세요. 배아님 한국에 있죠? 우와 시끄러. 배아님 한국이죠? You're in Korea, 그쵸? 세스님 안녕하세요. 본인님도 안녕하세요. Before we start, 아미릴님, I think you signed up for session 2, either high beginning, I think, right? The payment is pending, so it didn't go through. I emailed you. The email must have come from koreandream@gmail.com. So please check your email. Please check the payment status and let me know how you want to go about it. So check your email if that is you, because I saw your name. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 셰릴님은 지금 사무실에 있지만 듣고 있어요. 좋아요. 감사합니다. 다들 잘 지내죠? 한나님 오랜만이에요. 어서 오세요. 제 페이트리언들이 한국에 많이 있어요. A lot of my patrons are currently in Korea, so that's kind of cool. So today we'll be studying this 지 않다, 지 못하다, and how to use this, because we have the shorter form that people use way more in daily conversations. So why do we even have this long form is what we are gonna study today. 안녕하세요, 여러분. Keep coming in. Join. 어서 오세요. 지셀님, 오마니님, 아나스타시아님, 가티찬님, 에미님, 안녕하세요. 세바스찬님, 안녕하세요. 코스타리카에서 보고 있어요. 티나님, 안녕하세요. 조디, 오마니 트랜슬레이션스님, 저는 조디예요. 조디님, 안녕하세요. 네, 저는 잘 지냈어요. So I started my my online classes. I just had coffee. Let's wait until my brain catches up. So I started my first session of beginning and high beginning this week. It was fun for me because it's been a while since I was teaching class. So I hope everyone else had fun as well. 여러분 오랜만이에요. So I was busy. 바빴어요. 그런데 피곤하지는 않았어요. But I wasn't tired. So we'll use 지는 않았어요 today as well. So if you have my workbook, if you have workbook 1, the beginning workbook, it's chapter 11, negation. You can open that for those of you who purchased my workbook, and then you can add to it. So lesson 11 starts with short negation, 안 or 못, and then it goes into long negation very briefly about the usage. So you could, take notes and such. If you are my patron, 여러분, for my patron, so for those of you who are my patron, I sent you the summary sheets. So there is a whole overview of both forms. Go to page 4. On page 4, the long negation starts. The conjugation form, and also here is how to use them in conversations. It starts on page 5. When we do practice today, sentence making practice, this orange box is where you will put the answers in. So you'll see questions for you to finish the sentence in orange boxes. So use that, 여러분. 그리고 if you do want to purchase my workbook, you can go to my website, everyone, and then purchase it there. 자, Hanguel workbook is free for all, and then there are 2 more workbooks. Okay, 좋아요. So, one more thing. I started registration for session 2 beginning September, end of September, ending mid-October. So if you go here, there is session 2. This date is now open. There is high beginning and low to intermediate. You can start here. I added another intermediate session. Here you'll see 2 intermediate speaking session because there were people who wanted to take intermediate, because I know there are not too many places you can take intermediate classes, but couldn't make it for the morning for me, afternoon in Europe, nighttime in Korea. So I opened another one for 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you do wanna practice speaking, so intermediate, 여러분, my class is not high intermediate, it's low intermediate. So for those of you who are taking high beginning right now with me, or studying these kind of vocabulary, grammar, and like how to make complex sentences, but then you're like, I want to use this in conversations, right? That's what intermediate classes are for. I'll give you topics like how to talk about your experience, how to talk about Korean dramas, and then I'll give you related vocabulary and grammar. But we're not like practicing grammar. So that's what intermediate is. There are seats if you want to join, because I opened 2 sessions. Okay, so let's start. 시작할까요? 한국어에 negation, negative sentence 2개 있어요. There are 2. Short way 하고 long way가 있어요. So, short way, you know, if you want to say not something, an adjective or an verb, right? If you want to say cannot or could not something, 못 plus usually verb, because adjective is not really used with cannot. So that is what you use in simple negation in regular conversations. So you're not saying any subtle nuance. You're just saying it's not good. You know, I'm not tired. I don't eat breakfast. The simple sentence, just use an or 못 instead of long ways. Okay? So that's it. Did you not eat? Did you eat? No, I didn't eat. Just use an or 못. That's one thing. That's way more natural than the long form. If you use long form in daily conversations, it sounds too formal. And then it sounds like song lyrics, poetry, or some like Twitter post from some public figure. So it sounds a little more formal. So 좋아요. 날씨가 좋아요. The weather is nice. 아니면 저는 오늘 기분이 좋아요. As for me, today my mood is good. I'm in a good mood. When you want to say not good, 어떻게 하죠? You probably already know. It's not good. I am not good. 어떻게 해요? How do you make this negative? I'm gonna go through the short forms really fast and then we'll go to the long form. So to say not good, you just put 안, 그쵸? 안 좋아요. 오늘 날씨가, the weather, 안 좋아요. 저는 오늘 mood, 기분이 안 좋아요. 이렇게 해요. So 좋아요, opposite, boo, 싫어요. 그쵸? 여러분 비 싫어요? Do you hate rain? 아니요. 안 싫어요. I don't hate it. then you just say 안 싫어요. 안 좋아, 안 싫어. This short form is better. To just say I don't like it, it's not good, it's not bad. I eat breakfast. 저는 아침 먹어요. Or you ask a question. Do you eat breakfast? 아침 먹어요? How can you answer I do not eat breakfast? When you say I eat breakfast, it's 아침 먹어요, right? How do you make that negative? 본인님, 날이 좋아서, 날이 좋지 않아서, 날이 적당해서 모든 순간이 완벽했다. 둔, 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 둔. 나의 두 눈을 감으면 도깨비, if you haven't watched Goblin, the Korean drama, you must. That's a classic K-drama now. Okay. 오늘 아침에 산책해서 기분이 좋아요. 아침 안 먹어요. 맞아요. 좋아요. 핑크숨님's answer, 아침 못 먹어요. Let's compare that as well. So I do not eat breakfast. I just don't. 아침 안 먹어요. If you say, 네, 도깨비예요. 네, 라트가이님. 아침 못 먹어요. It becomes I cannot eat breakfast. Either I don't have time in the morning, or my stomach doesn't really like food in the morning. Then you say 아침 못 먹어요 instead of 아침 안 먹어요. 안녕하세요. Sharing the moments with 존님. So that's the difference. But that's basically what you do in simple sentences. Simply saying not or cannot, use the short form. 알겠죠? 자, 그러면 다음 거 볼게요. Let's look at the next one. Then, how about long negation? 제일 좋아하는 드라마 도깨비요. 자, negation, long negation, conjugation. Let's look at it and then let's look at when to use them. So in the dictionary form, always verb and adjective end with 다. 그쵸? So we change this 다 ending block with other things. And today we are changing to 지 않다 or 지 못하다. We're changing to that. You're not super late. We just started. 자, 그래서 듣다, to listen 이에요. I don't listen to music. If you want to conjugate to the long negation form, how do you do that? I don't listen to music. 어떻게 해요? music은 음악이에요. I don't listen to music. 어떻게 해요? 데이비님, 안녕하세요. 저는 보통 안 일찍 일어나지만 선생님께 배우려고 일찍 일어났어요. And the singing is a bonus. 감사합니다, 데이비님. 저는 아침 먹지 않았어요, 조디님. 좋아요. 도깨비 봤어요. 맞아요. 도깨비 너무 좋았어요. 그쵸? Why Korean people talking 슈 or 겨 or 개 and can't hear why? 슈, you will hear it. 슈, 겨, 여, 겨, you'll hear it. 개 is just because somehow our try to say 개, yeah, same as 개. That's why. It's just not possible to say Y sound when you have 그 plus 여 sound. 네, 지셀님 갔다 오세요. 좋아요. 음악을 듣지 않아요, right? So you change 다 to 지 않다. Or if you wanna say I cannot listen to music, 듣지 못해요. I don't have anything to play music with. And change this 않다 and 못하다 endings to different sentence endings, different tenses or different endings like 네요, 지요, those endings. So 듣지 않아요, 듣지 못해요, 이렇게 conjugation 이에요. Past tense, I wanna say I didn't listen. So you change this 않아요 ending. Okay, you don't touch this stem. So 안 아요 past tense it becomes 듣지 않았어요 예요. And then 듣지 못했어요. I didn't have my phone. 폰이 없었어요. 그래서 음악을 듣지 못했어요. 이렇게 past tense 과거예요. I am not going to listen. 그러면 듣지 않을 거예요. So change 않다 to different endings. So 않다 않을 거예요. 을 거예요. Future plan or probability. 그쵸? And then 듣지 못할 거예요. I won't be able to listen. 아마 저는 공항에 있어요. I'm at the airport. 근데 이어폰이 없어요. But I don't have my earphones. 그래서 음악을 I probably won't be able to listen to music. 듣지 못할 거예요. 이렇게. So change the sentence ending for different tenses. 자, 앉을게요. I'll sit down. 그래서 볼 건데 really fast 먹다 please say it out loud. 어떻게 바꿔요? How do you change to 지 않다 for? 먹지 않다 and we're gonna change 다 ending. 부럽다 여러분 is very useful. 부럽다는 you're jealous, you're envious. Then you say 부러워 in the dictionary form is 부럽다. 너무 부럽다. 배아님하고 한나님 이 한국에 있어요. They are in Korea right now. I envy them. I'm jealous. 부럽다. Or 부러워요. But if you wanna say I am not jealous, 부럽지 않다. 되고요. 부럽지 않다. 자, 끝나다. Something ends. 예요. The movie ended. The class ended. And this changes to say it. 하나, 둘, 셋. 끝나지 않다. 예요. 멀다. It's far. It's not that far. 멀지 않다. 예요. So easy, right? And same thing. 먹지 못하다. 부럽지 못하다, which is weird. 끝나지 못하다. 멀지 못하다 조금 이상해요. 못하다 sounds weird with adjective. How can you can't be big or house can't be big? 조금 이상해요. 자, how do we use this? Now this is the focus, 여러분. First, you use it to say, isn't it? Don't you? Don't I? So the answer is yes. Say yes. Isn't it pretty? Say it is pretty. Isn't it hot? Say it's hot. There, you always use 지 않아. And second one, partial negation. Somebody said, 덥지, it's hot, right? And you're like, it is hot. That is true. I'm not saying no to the entire thing, but I'm saying it's not that hot. So partially disagreeing, partially making it negative. Not that much. True, but not that much. True a little bit, but not really. So that partial negation, we use 지 않다 or 지 못하다. Last one is emphasizing. Not at all. I'm not even jealous at all. Like I just don't eat breakfast at all. So those things you use 지 않다 or 지 못하다. These three contexts you use long form instead of short form. 그쵸? 봐요. 자, let's look at one by one. Isn't it? Don't I? Don't you? You always use 지 않아. You can use for both adjective and verb. So it's saying, isn't it? Aren't you? Isn't he? Isn't she? Don't I? Don't you? Doesn't she? Doesn't he? So it's 여러분 same as 지 ending. 지요 ending. We learned this. If you haven't, go to my channel home, search 지 ending. You'll see a video. So this was like, right? Question. It's hot, right? You're hungry, right? So you're either saying you're hungry, right? Or aren't you hungry? Both of them, you think the other person is hungry. You're like sure that the answer is yes. Then you use this form. So for example, here is imaginary conversation between me and my husband. Okay? 같이 읽어요. Let's read together. 자, I am saying 하나, 둘, 셋. 이 가방 너무 예쁘지 않아? And this question, you have to raise the intonation. 너무 예쁘지 않아? 이렇게. Isn't it so pretty? When you say, isn't it so pretty? You're saying, it is pretty. Say yes. 그쵸? So, in this case, you can say, 이 가방 너무 예쁘지 않아? 예쁘지? 그치? 너무 예쁘지? 예요. That's what you're doing. 덥지 않아요? Isn't it hot? 맞아요. 배아님. Same thing. And 남편, husband goes, yeah, it's pretty. Let's read. 읽어요. 시작. 응, 예뻐. It is pretty. Alright, it's pretty. And I go. Ready? 준비. 시작. 나한테 진짜 잘 어울리지 않아? 자, 나한테, to me, 어울리다. 어울리다 is to look good on somebody, or A and B are good match. They look good together. Something looks good on somebody. 어울리다. 예요. And you use the particle 한테 to somebody. Doesn't it look so good on me? 나한테 진짜 잘 어울리지 않아? 어울리지? 잘 어울리지 않아? Say yes. It does look good. Your answer is yes. 그쵸? Then you use this 지 않아 form. So my husband goes. 남편이 말해요. Shall we read together? 같이 읽을까요? 하나, 둘, 셋. 응. 근데 가방 사지 않았어? 자, past tense you can use. Didn't you buy a purse though? That's saying you bought the purse, right? I know you bought the purse. Answer is yes. 가방 사지 않았어? 가방 샀지. You did. So, I know you did. The answer is yes. It's a war at this point. 전쟁입니다. So then, I'll go. Yeah, I did. But that's not the point. Right? Let's read. 같이 읽어요. 시작. 응. 근데 곧 내 생일이지 않아? Yes. But isn't it my birthday soon? Yes, it is. You can't say no to this. So that's how you use this. The answer is yes. Say yes. 그렇지 않아? 내 생일이지 않아? Isn't it my birthday though? 이렇게 써요. Okay? 네. So this is how you use 지 않아. Yeah. When Will Chris has a rebuttal stream, never. And he won't even watch this probably, so he would not know what's going on. But I will strategically show him this because it is my birthday soon. 자, 갈게요. Let's keep going. Let's practice a little more. So, you want to say, aren't you tired? You're assuming the other person is tired. 친구가 피곤해 보여요. They look tired. 그래서 질문해요. So, you're asking, aren't you tired? You're tired, right? 한국어로 어떻게 해요? How do you say that in Korean? 마이클 P님, 좋은 아침이에요. 뉴욕에서 왔어요. 아침 공부는 어려워요. 사랑하는데요. 출근해야 돼요. Oh, you have to go to work. 출근해야 돼요. 들으세요. Listen to this while you're going to work, 여러분. 앙카님, 안녕하세요. 좀 늦었어요. 괜찮아요. 지금 이제 시작했어요. We just started. 조앤님, 선생님 너무 오랜만에 라이브에 와줘서 오늘 기분이 좋다요. 조앤님 와주셔서 감사합니다. I'll be his ally. He wouldn't know. I wouldn't tell him you're his ally. 자, 좋아요, 여러분. Alright, 좋아요. 피곤하지 않아? 피곤하지 않아요? 피곤하지 않으세요? Difference. 친구예요. Your friend. 언니, 오빠, 동생이에요. 가족이에요. 그러면 반말. Casual, non-polite. 피곤하지 않아? There you can use no. 너 피곤하지 않아? 친구, 동생, 조카. Anybody at the same age, younger than you, and close to you, you can use no. 너 피곤하지 않아? 이렇게. When it's obvious it's you, you don't need. Just say 피곤하지 않아? If you say 피곤하지 않아요, that's polite. 요 makes it polite. However, it's still casual. So between us, you know, we're not like, there's no hierarchy between us, but we are grown-ups. So you want to be polite to each other. Then you say, 선생님 피곤하지 않아요? 이렇게 해요. 피곤하지 않아요? 자, 으세요는 I have a video if you want to watch it. 으세요, just search 으세요 on my channel home. It's subject honorific. So you're honoring the subject of the sentence. You are tired. You is the subject. So you're honoring you. So you use this 으세요 ending in questions or comments or even statement when the other person is higher than you or older than you. So you could say 선생님 피곤하지 않으세요? Or some adults, I mean elderly 피곤하지 할아버지 피곤하지 않으세요? 이렇게 해요. So that's the difference. 그러면 이거는요. Past tense now. Didn't you already finish it all? 어떻게 해요? So to finish, actually in conversations, you will say to do all. 다 하다. Change that for past tense. Didn't you finish all? Didn't you do it all already? 어떻게 할까요? 맞아요. 선생님 피곤하지 않으세요? 자, honorifics. 페이해님, 선생님. So why do I listen to a word 션우 and 선우? It should be 션우. That should be 셔. 피곤하죠? 쉬세요. So when we said 피곤하지 않으세요, aren't you tired? It's actually serving the same purpose as 피곤하죠. You're tired, right? Because both are assuming the answer is yes. 이 가방 예쁘지? This purse is pretty, right? It's same as 예쁘지 않아? Isn't it pretty? 그죠? So that's why you can use either in that context. So didn't you already finish it all? Oh, I see. So 끝내다 is another word. 맞아요. To make an end, to finish it. So you can use 끝내다 as well. 좋아요. I see the answers coming in. Okay. So you could use 이미 when it says already, done, fast, finished. You can say 이미 다 하지 않았어? To friends, 친구한테 반말. Casually polite, 이미 다 하지 않았어요? Didn't you already finish it all? That 으세요, right? Honoring, past tense becomes 으셨어요. So didn't you already finish? I thought you finished. 이미 다 하지 않으셨어요? 이렇게 해요. What's the difference if we say 아직 다 하지 않았어요 instead of 이미? 아직 is you see they haven't finished yet. Oh, you're still not done? Then you'll say 아직. 아직 다 하지 않았어? You haven't done it yet? You haven't finished it yet? 이미 is didn't you already finish it? I thought you already finished it. 이렇게 해요. 네, 벌써도 괜찮아요. 벌써 is okay here as well. 벌써 다 하지 않았어요? Didn't you already finish it? 이렇게 해요. So use the past tense at the end. 안 아요 becomes 안 as어요 when you talk about the past. 이미 다 하지 않았어? 이미 다 하지 않았어요? I thought you finished. Didn't you already finish it? Why are you still here? Go home. So in that context. 그쵸? Okay, so that's one thing. Asking, isn't it? Didn't you? And the answer is yes. You are thinking, the answer is yes. That's one thing you use, 지 않아요. Next, if you use the topic particle, 는, 저는 재림이에요. 오늘은, today, 날씨가 좋아요. The weather is nice. That topic particle, 은는, when you translate that to English, the best translation is as for, or when it comes to. And this is used when you're changing the topic, right? So when you say, how about you, 재림씨? 재림씨는 요. Let's change the topic to you, 재림씨. So that's one function. So you can compare and contrast two different topics. So for example, I want to say I am Korean and my husband is American. I'm comparing me and my husband. Then I'll say 저는, as for me, 한국 사람이에요. As for him, comparing, 제 남편은 미국 사람이에요. 이렇게 해요. So if you put that, you're contrasting two different things here. So literally, you're saying, as for being hot, yes, but maybe not that much. Or, as for being hot, no, I'm not, but there's something else that's bothering me. So you are partially saying no, but partially saying yes. Yes and no. 예요. So let's look at the examples that'll help you better. You look tired, or you look like you're not well. So your friend asks you, 여러분이 아파 보여요. 피곤해 보여요. 그래서 친구가 물어봐요. What's wrong? Why are you that way? Literally. Somewhere hurting? Are you sick? Here, 어디 is not where, but somewhere. Let's read together. 같이 해요. 시작. 왜 그래? 어디 아파? 왜 그래? 어디 아파? And you want to answer this. No, as for being sick, not. So in English, it's more like yes and no. It's not that I am sick, but it sounds like maybe there is another problem. 그쵸? You're not completely saying no, but yes and no. Not that I am sick, but maybe I'm tired. There is something wrong with me. That's when we use this. So how would you say that? 시작. 아니, 아프지는 않아. 아프지는 않아. But sounds like, well, as for something else, there is a problem. So, you're partially saying no, but not entirely saying no. Yeah. So here, because it sounds like it's not that I am sick, but there is something else. So you could actually change this to 은데, 는데 form. If you learned this, do it. If you haven't, again, I have a video on my channel. 아니, 아프지는 않은데. It's not that I am sick, but ... sounds like there is another problem. So you can use this way as well. Okay, but then why? But then why are you like that? 근데 왜 그래? And 그냥 기분이 좀 안 좋아. I'm just not in a good mood. My mood is just not good today. It's not that I am sick, but I just don't feel good. I'm just not happy today. So that's how you use 지는 않다 or 지는 못하다. It's not that I can do this. 예요. 계속 볼게요. Let's look at more examples. So I am asking you. 어려워요? Is this difficult for you? 여러분, 어때요? 이거 어려워요? You can answer. It's not that it's difficult, but it's a little confusing. 어떻게 해요? How do you say? So I'll give you the word. 어렵다 is to be difficult. And 헷갈리다 is to be confusing or confused. How would you make this sentence? It's not that it's difficult. I'm partially saying no, it's not difficult. But there's another problem that is true. Partially you got it right. I am not getting this. Yes. 어렵지 않은데 there 본인님 you wanna put the topic particle to say partially no. As for being difficult, it's not. But it's kind of confusing. 할 때 어떻게 할까요? So remember the topic particle makes it as for. But there is something else. 예요. 자, 그래서 instead of just saying 어렵지 않은데 please put 는 to say as for being difficult, it's not. But there is some other issues 할 때. 좋아요. 어렵지는 않은데 조금 헷갈려요. So you're partially saying no, it's not difficult. You're wrong. However, partially saying yes. Yeah, I didn't get it completely. So you got that right. But it's not because it's difficult. So as for being difficult, it's not. So that as for is topic particle. Remember that. 기억하세요. 자, 그래서 어렵지는 않은데 조금 헷갈려요. 좀 헷갈려요. 그냥 좀 헷갈려요. Or just 헷갈려요. 다 좋아요. 어렵지는 않은데 조금 헷갈려요. Okay, let's practice again. 좋아요. 여러분, 배고파요? It's not that I'm hungry. 어떻게 해요? It's not that I'm hungry. That's not the problem. But there is a problem, probably. It's not that I am hungry. 어떻게 할까요? 아니요, 그렇지만 좀 열받았습니다. It's not that I'm hungry, but maybe my mouth is bored. Remember the Korean idiomatic expression that I posted a while ago? So it's not that I'm hungry, but I'm just craving something. My mouth wants something because it's bored. We use this. It's not that I'm hungry. 어떻게 할까요? So as for being hungry, I am not. Is literally what you're saying. 자, to be hungry, dictionary form 뭐예요? Dictionary form is 배고프다예요. 배고프다. So you conjugate from this dictionary form. So 배고프지는 않아요. If you want to make it a simple sentence, 배가 고프지는 않아요. Or 배고프지는 않아요. It's not that I am hungry. That's not the problem. So you're partially right and partially wrong. Yes and no. But my mouth is just a little bored. 그냥 입이 심심하네요. 뭐 먹고 싶네요. I'm realizing, I'm feeling it, reacting with 네요. I'm feeling like my mouth is a little bored. 그냥 입이 좀 심심하네요. 이렇게 할 수 있어요. 자, when you are using verb now instead of adjective, instead of 배고프다, 어렵다, if you want to use verb actions, how do you partially deny action? You know, it's not that I don't do something at all, but I do it, but maybe not as often or not as well, right? So yes and no as in I do it, but not that well. I do it, but not every day. So to partially deny actions, you need degree or frequency adverbs. So I don't or I can't that much or that well. Even if I do, yes, I do, but not that well, not that often. So like 항상, 항상 하지는 않아요. 항상 먹지는 않아요. I do eat breakfast, yes, but no, not every day. 예요. 자주 먹지는 않아요. 매일 먹지는 않아요. And degree, like 진짜 좋아하지는 않아요. So do you like 짜장면? 네, 좋아해요, but it's not my favorite. I don't like love it. 진짜 좋아하지는 않아요. 좋아해요. 그런데 엄청 좋아하지는 않아요. Another one word thing that people use a lot is 막 좋아하지는 않아요. 이렇게. or 그렇게 좋아하지는 않아요. Not that much. Or can you play piano? 피아노 쳐요? 피아노 칠 줄 알아요? Yes, 네, 피아노 쳐요. But not that well. 그렇게 or 잘 치지는 않아요. So partially denying with the actions, you use adverb. So for example, somebody asks you, 테니스 잘 쳐요? So 테니스 verb is 치다 as well. Same thing as golf. 골프 치다, 테니스 치다 예요. 테니스 잘 쳐요? Do you play tennis well? Are you good at tennis? I do play tennis. 네, 테니스 쳐요. But yes and no, I play but not that well. 그렇게 잘 치지는 못해요. The reason why I put 못하다 here is because I can't play that well. There you use 못해요. You can use 그렇게 or just 잘. 네, 테니스 쳐요. 그런데 잘 치지는 못해요. Yes, I do play tennis, but it's not that I am good at it. Yes, I play tennis, but not that well. 네, 테니스 쳐요. 근데 그렇게 잘 치지는 못해요. 이렇게 말해요. 리즈님 just typed 그리. So 그리 is also used, which is kind of shortened from 그렇게. 그리 잘 치지는 못해요. 또 해요. 아브릴님, could you please repeat the part about your mouth being bored? 입이 심심하다. 예, 입이 심심하다. Mouth to be bored. 안녕하세요, 샤민님. 그쵸. 좋아요. So that's how you use it. So I do play tennis, but not that well. You are not entirely saying, no, I don't play. I do play, yes, but no, not that well. 이에요. So then the other person asks, do you play often then? 자주 치세요? So again, 세요, which is honorific. 자주 쳐요 will be casual, polite. And you want to say, I am busy nowadays, so I can't play that often. 같이 읽을까요? Shall we read together? 시작. 요즘 바빠서 그렇게 자주 치지는 못해요. You can omit 그렇게 here, 여러분. You can just say 자주 치지는 못해요. So if you omit everything and just say 자주 치지는 못해요. As for playing often, I can't. So that implies I do play, but not that often. And if you want to add more information like this question, you can. So if you're not there yet, then don't use anything in front. Just say 자주 치지는 못해요 or 매일 치지는 못해요. It's not that I can play every day. So Ella05MS님 just asked, why not use 지는 않아요 for golf? Here you could say, let's say 골프 or tennis, it doesn't matter. If you say 자주 치지는 않아요 versus 아이고 아이고 여러분, ignore my message. Let's remove it. Okay. 자주 치지는 않아요 versus 자주 치지는 못해요. The difference is 자주 치지는 않아요 is I just don't play that often. It's like my choice. I don't. If you say 자주 치지는 못해요, 못 is cannot. The circumstance does not make it possible. Or I just cannot. I want to, but it's not my choice. I cannot. I'm too busy. 자주 치지는 못해요. So you can use both, but the meaning is different. But about are you good at something? You have to use 못하다 because it's your ability, it's not your choice. You're just not there yet. 잘 치지는 못해요 will mean I am not that good at it. I can't. My ability is not there yet. That's why you use cannot instead of do not. It's not your choice. You can't. Does that answer your question? 괜찮아요? Okay, so you can add 그렇게. 그죠? 자주 치지는 못해요. Or 그렇게 자주 치지는 못해요. Not that often. Not that well. You use 그렇게 before an adjective or adverb. Ella05MS님, it's same. It doesn't matter if it's golf or tennis. So it doesn't matter. Whatever that is. Okay, so you're trying something and it's really spicy, or you want to know if it's really spicy. 이거 많이 매워요? Is this really spicy? And you want to answer yes and no. Yes and no. Yes, it's spicy, but it's not that spicy. In Korean. 네, 매워요. Partially, yes. Yes, it is spicy. However, not that spicy. 그렇게 맵지는 않아요. So, 지는 않아요. As for being that spicy, not. You're not gonna die. Don't worry. 예요. 네, 매워요. 그런데 그렇게 맵지는 않아요. Okay, so partial negation. Yeah. Let's make a sentence and I'll check your chats. I am busy this week, but not that busy. Partially yes, partially no. Yes, I am busy. That is true this week. But no, I'm not that busy. 어떻게 해요? How do you say that in Korean? So to answer Illa05MS님's question, it does not matter if it's golf or tennis, soccer, basketball, piano, guitar, doesn't matter. If you're talking about ability, I am not good at something, it's not your choice to do not. It's you just can't. Even if you want to. So when it's not your choice and either circumstance makes it impossible or your ability is not there, you use 못 instead of 안. 네, it's an ability. So you use 못해요. 잘 못해요. So 잘 안 해요 versus 잘 못해요, just in general for everyone. 잘 안 해요 is my choice. I don't do it that often. 저는 아침 잘 안 먹어요. I just don't eat breakfast that much, that well, as in like that often. 아침 잘 못 먹어요 becomes I cannot. Like either I'm too busy in the morning or my stomach doesn't let me eat in the morning. So that's the difference. 안 is my choice. I just decide not to. You use 안. Yeah. 지셀님 저녁 먹고 오세요. Do you pronounce the H in 못해요? 못해 and that 못 to sound plus h sound because t 못해요. 네, thank you for answering other people's questions too. 네라트가이님. Okay, so I see the answers coming in. 좋아요. So yes, I am busy. 이번 주에 바빠요. But 그런데 not that busy. 그렇게 바쁘지는 않아요. 는 is there because you're saying as for being that busy, I am not. But I am still busy. That's what you're saying. 그쵸? 좋아요, 한나님. 계속 들으세요. So, in this case, 여러분, I am a beginner. This is already enough. Then take a break right now. Just sit back and, But, all right, this is okay. I want to learn something new. 자, here's another thing. Now, we were partially saying no, right? When you say partially yes, there is another grammar form that you can use. Some of you probably already know this. So this part, it is true that I am busy. That part, partial yes. You use this form. Adjective 기는 adjective 어아요 or verb 기는 verb 어아요. Doing that, being that, it is. Doing that, I do. It is partially true. So these two are used together often. So you can say 바쁘기는 바빠요. As for being busy, I am busy. Literally, because 기 makes adjective or verb a noun, right? Being busy, as for I am busy. It is true that I am busy. I'm partially saying yes to you is the nuance from this form. So it goes naturally with this. 그런데 그렇게 바쁘지는 않아요. 이렇게 할 수 있어요. So this is additional bonus for anyone who's comfortable with this. 자, what about this, 여러분? I like food, but I can't eat a lot. It's two different things. Somebody asks, do you like food? Oh, yes and no. Yes, I love food, but no, I can't eat a lot. It doesn't mean that I can eat a lot. 이거 어떻게 할까요? 한국어로 어떻게 할까요? 그렇게 is well. Can I use 그렇지만? 그렇게 is not well. 그렇게는 that much or like that. It's an adverb. That much or like that. So you use with another adjective or another adverb. So 그렇게 잘 is not that well. And you always use with negation. 그렇게 잘하지는 않아요. I don't do that well. I'm not that good. That's the meaning. My Korean keyboard is on my phone. If you forget to use the 는, how does the meaning change? And will it still be understandable? Like if you said 그렇게 바쁘지 않아요. It sounds 바쁘기는 바빠요. 그런데 그렇게 바쁘지 않아요. It's grammatically correct. But it doesn't have that like I am busy, but as for being that busy, I am not. So it sounds more natural to use 는 in this context. But even if you forget it, people will understand you. 바빠요. 그런데 그렇게 바쁘지 않아요. Yes, I am busy, but I am not that busy. You can use it. You can still use it. 뚱뚱해요. 좋아요. 배아님 잘 자요. 다음 주에 또 봐요. 자, so this, I like food. 음식을 좋아해요. Or if you wanna make one complex sentence, 좋아하는데, again, you can search on my home. 음식을 좋아하는데 많이 먹지는 못해요. I do like food, but as for eating a lot, I cannot. 저 많이 먹지는 못해요. I have a small stomach. Or I get indigestion if I eat too much. Related to 105MS님's question earlier, can I use 안아요 here? Yes, if it's your choice. I do like food, but I choose not to eat that much. Then you'll say 많이 먹지는 않아요. 할 수 있어요. This will be I choose not to. I love food, but I just don't eat that much. Versus I like food, but my stomach cannot handle it if I eat too much. I cannot eat too much. 음식 좋아해요. 그런데 그렇게 많이 먹지는 못해요. 할 수 있어요. So this is another context you'll use 지 않아요, 지 못해요 with the topic particle 는. You can use it without topic particle, but people will use it a lot with the topic particle 는 here. 네, 좋아요. Okay. So the partial agreement, right? It is true that I like food. Liking food, as for it, I do. So you can say 음식을 좋아하기는 좋아해요. 좋아하기는 해요. You don't have to repeat it. You can just say 해요 for the second part. However, 좋아하는데, 그런데 I cannot. As for eating a lot, I can't. So you can also say 음식을 좋아하기는 하는데 많이 먹지는 못해요. This is what you do. 뚱뚱하고 싶지 않아요. 음식을 좋아하는데 뚱뚱하고 싶지는 않아요. As for being fat, I don't want to. 이렇게 할 수 있어요. Okay. What about this? Last for this, and then we'll move on to the next usage. It rained. It did rain. Partially, yes. But partially, no. It didn't rain that much. It did rain, but did not rain a lot. Rained a little bit, like almost nothing. 이거 한국어로 어떻게 할까요? It rained, but it did not rain a lot. 네, 음식 좋아하기는 좋아하는데 많이 먹지는 못해요. 네, 좋아요. 자, 이거는 같이 할게요. Let's say it together. It did rain, however. 비가 왔는데, so 비가 오다, 비가 와요. Past tense, 비가 왔어요. If you wanna use but in the same sentence, you put 는데. 비가 왔는데 didn't rain much though. 많이 오지는 않았어요. Okay. I think it's great to see your questions, 리스님 and 네일아트가이님. Here is the difference. 리스님's question, we can use it for the present tense. It is raining right now. But as for a lot, no, it's not raining that much. Then you can use the present tense. 비가 오는데 많이 오지는 않아요 right now. It did rain, but it did not rain that much. 비가 왔는데 많이 오지는 않았어요. So for the past tense, there is past tense here. It rained. It did not. 안 왔어요. 비가 오기는 오는데 많이 오지는 않았어요. 이렇게 해요. So for the past tense, please put 지 않았어요 at the end. 자. 안녕하세요. 라지아님, 터커티브 마인드님. 로맨틱 영화를 보기는 좋아하는데 많이 보지는 못해요. 좋아요. 비 왔는데 많이 오지는 않았어요. 아나스타시아님, is it common to omit the second word, rain? 네. 비가 왔는데 비가 많이 오지는 않았어요. Why did you not say be there? Because it's redundant. And a lot of times when it's obvious or when it's redundant in Korean, we omit subject and object a lot, right? So that's why. I didn't even think about it. Naturally, I didn't say be again in that sentence. 네, it is more common to omit the same subject. 비가 오긴 했는데 많이 오지는 않았어요. 비가 내리기는 내리는데 많이 내리지는 않았어요. 좋아요. 좋아요, 여러분. 자, partial agreement. If this is not overwhelming, pay attention. If this is overwhelming, rest right now. So 기는 하다. So partial agreement. 비가 오기는 왔는데. So change the second part in the past tense. And 은데, past tense, instead of 온데 or 한데, it becomes 왔는데, 했는데 이렇게 돼요. So change 어요 from 왔어요 to 왔는데, 했어요, 했는데. Why is it 했는데, 선생님? The second part, you just can use 했는데 to replace any kind of verb as well. 비가 오기는 왔는데, 맞아요. 비가 오기는 했는데, 도 맞아요. 많이 오지는 않았어요. 이렇게 합니다. 자, 다음 거 볼게요. Okay. Now we are using a different particle. Instead of topic particle 은는, now there is 도 also. How is that different? 자, let me check if there is an answer to a question to answer before we move on. 1405MS님, both 오다 must be past tense? 아니요. The first one in the 기는 왔는데, this doesn't have to. This stays in the dictionary form. 오기는, and then change the second part. 왔는데. And for this, 오지는, and then change 않아요 to the past tense. 않았어요. So 본인님 also put that. 비가 내리기는 했는데. 좋아요. Or 내리기는 내렸는데. 좋아요. 자, 그럼 다음 거 볼게요. 지도 않고 지도 않다. We're repeating. Okay? Using the 고 and connective ending. So adjective 지도 않고 adjective 지도 않다. This is a whole sentence. Or verb 지도 않고 verb 지도 않다. This is here. Let's say good and bad. Good, also not. Bad, also not. Eat, also not. Drink, also not. So neither A nor B. Both are wrong. I'm saying no to both. Instead of 는, now you say 도. This also no. That also no. Neither. 예요. Of course, if you want to say cannot, your ability cannot, or it's impossible, then instead of 않고, you'll say 못하고. This 지도 못하고, that 지도 못해요. Is I cannot do this or cannot do that in Korean. So this is really useful too. So how would you say it's neither hot nor cold? It's perfect weather. Today, it's neither hot, neither cold. It's just beautiful. 어떻게 할까요? So when we talk about the weather, right? To be hot is 덥다. And to be cold is 춥다. So use these and say, hot also no, and cold also no. 한국어로 어떻게 말해요? How do you say that in Korean? As for being hot, also no. 자, 이거는 같이 한번 볼게요. 덥지도 않고 춥지도 않아요. It's neither hot nor cold. 오늘은 덥지도 않고 춥지도 않고 딱 좋아요. It's just so good, so perfect. 딱 좋아요. This one, 여러분, a lot of times people use 고, just like continue. 덥지도 않고 춥지도 않고 너무 좋아요. 이렇게 많이 해요. So you can end the sentence like you should as in textbook with 아요 at the end, right? 덥지도 않고 춥지도 않아요. But you can also just not end your sentence and like be dot 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 dot. 덥지도 않고 춥지도 않고 and just not end your sentence in conversation. People do this a lot as well for this particular format. 자, 산에 올라가기는 했는데 많이 올라가지는 않았어요. 좋아요, 좋아요. 리즈님, is it adjective 기는 한데 and verb 기는 하는데 맞아요. And past tense 맞아요. 했는데. However, for adjective past tense, you repeat. 예쁘기는 했는데 you can. Ignore what I just said. So both past tense is 했는데 맞아요. 덥지도 않고 춥지도 않아요. 좋아요. 딱 좋아요. 그쵸? 자, 그럼 이거 어때요? I neither like it nor hate it. It's not that I like it or hate it. I don't care. And I don't have any feelings about it. And people will be waiting forever for you to continue your sentence goes. They'll be like, 덥지도 않고 춥지도 않고 or they will join your sentence and finish it for you. If you say 덥지도 않고 춥지도 않고 and your friend will say 딱 좋다. 그치? 딱 좋지 않아? Isn't it just perfect? Like that. They can take up from there as well. 오늘 수업을 좋아해요. 감사합니다. 네. So I either like it nor hate it. I don't have any feelings. There are two different ways, right? You can say 좋아요, 싫어요. Something is good for me. Something is boo for me personally, meaning I like it. Or you can use the verb to like, to dislike. You can use both ways. So if we say 좋아요 or 싫어요, first of all, you can say 좋지도 않고 싫지도 않아요. 그냥 그래요. It's so whatever. It just is. 그냥 그래요. 좋지도 않고 싫지도 않아요. I'm neutral. You know? Or you can say I neither like it or dislike it using the verb. 좋아하지도 않고 싫어하지도 않아요. Somebody asks, bubble tea 좋아하세요? Do you like bubble tea? 좋아하지도 않고 싫어하지도 않아요. 이렇게 neither nor. 쉽죠? 쉽지 않아요. Isn't it easy? 쉽지 않아요. 좋지도 않고 싫지도 않고. Perfect. In conversations, you can just end it like that. 좋지도 않고 싫지도 않고. You eat something. It's not like it's delicious, but it's not like it's not delicious either. 맛있지도 않고 맛없지도 않고. 그렇죠? 이렇게 할 수 있어요. I'm neither hungry or full. 배 고프지도 않고 배 부르지도 않고 딱 좋아. 이렇게 할 수 있어요. 오케이. 자, 그러면 어떻게 해요? Now, instead of 지도 않고 지도 않다, let's use 지도 못하다, cannot. So then, how can you say I neither can go nor stay here? What should I do? So, like, you are supposed to meet with your friend. So you're waiting in front of a coffee shop. 친구 만나기로 했어요. 그래서 커피숍 앞에서 기다리고 있어요. 그런데 친구가 안 와요. 전화도 안 받아요. And not answering your phone either. Oh, I neither can go or just stay here forever. What should I do? 어떻게 할까요? 버블티 너무 좋아해요. 제인 수님, why is it like that? What Liz said previously. 기는 한데 or 기는 하는데. Thanks. That is the conjugation rule of this 은데, 는데 ending, which means however or but, and it conjugates differently for adjective or verb. When you use verb, you use 는데. So when you replace the actual verb with 하다, you still put 는데. However, when you use that 은데 ending for adjectives, if the stem ends with a vowel, you just put 니은 underneath. So like 한데, that's why. It's the rule of 은데, 는데 ending, which you can search on my home and you should be able to find it pretty easily. That'll help you with that conjugation rule. 저는 피자 좋아하지도 않고 싫지도 않고 그냥 먹는 맛이 있어요. 좋아요. 좋지도 않고 싫지도 않아요. 그냥 그저 그래. 좋아요. 가지도 못하고 잊지도 못해요. 어디 갔지? It disappeared. 자, 여러분. I must have deleted that text box when I was editing it. 자, 가다, right? 가다 plus 지도 못하고 가지도 못하고. Going also cannot. Neither can go. To stay. 있다, 있지도 못해요. It's not that I can stay here forever either. So 가지도 못하고 있지도 못해요. And a lot of times in conversations, you'll hear people go, 가지도 못하고 여기 있지도 못하고 어떡하지? 이렇게. 그죠? What should I do? 한국어로 어떻게. 그쵸? 어떻게. When you are talking to yourself, asking yourself, we use this G ending as well. 어떡하지? 가지도 못하고 있지도 못하고 이거 어떡하지? 이렇게 해요. 이 질문은 어렵지도 않고 쉽지도 않아요. 자, 좋지도 and 좋아하지도 or 싫지도 and 싫어하지도. 좋다, 싫다 are adjectives. 좋다, 싫다 are adjectives that mean to be good, to be not good, not likable. And personally, it's good to me as in like I like it, your preference. 좋아하다 and 싫어하다 are verbs meaning to like or to dislike. So when you talk about your personal preferences, you can use either. 둘 다 쓸 수 있어요. 네, 좋아요. 가지도 못하고. 자, this, 여러분, you'll hear a lot. 이거 많이 써요. I neither can do this or nor can do that. I'm in trouble. I don't know what to do. I can't do this either. I can't do that either. I'm like stuck in between. 이럴 때 한국어로 이렇게 말해요. 자, 이렇게 is like that, right? 이렇게 is like this or this way, right? So 이렇게 하다, to do this way, you will see people saying something like 이러다, 이러지 마, don't do this thing, don't do this, 이러지 마. So 저렇게, like that or that way, and you wanna say 저렇게 하다, to do that way. 그러면 it becomes 저러다. 왜 저래? That one. What's up with that person? Why is he doing that? 왜 저래? 왜 이래? Why are you doing that? This is 이러다 and 저러다. So I can't do this way. I can't do that way either. Like I don't know what to do. 많이 써요. 이거 엄청 많이 써요. This is used a lot. 같이 읽어볼까요? Let's read together. 시작. 이러지도 못하고 저러지도 못하고 큰일 났어요. I'm in a big trouble. 이거 많이 써요, 여러분. You will hear this on TV a lot now that you know this. 이러지도 못하고 저러지도 못하고 어떡하지? Can't do this or can't do that either. 이러지도 못하고 저러지도 못하고 이렇게 써요. Last example for neither nor. So I hurt my lower back. So it hurt. I'm in pain. So I could not either sit down or lie down. 어떻게 해요? My lower back is 허리, lower back lumbar이에요. My lower back was hurting, so I could neither sit down nor lie down. 한국어로 어떻게 할까요? How would you say that? Deleting this while you are making your sentence. 이러지도 못하고 저러지도 못하고 진짜. You'll hear 진짜 too. Really seriously, what should I do? 이러지도 못하고 저러지도 못하고. My lower back hurt, so neither could I sit down nor could I lie down. 이거는 지셀 발레님, 선생님, I have heard this expression like 100 times in K-drama. 너는 왜 그렇게 잘생겨? Why are you so handsome? Why are you so handsome like that? 너는 왜 그렇게 잘생겼어? We use this a lot. Like if you have a child, you're like, oh, why are you so cute like this? 왜 이렇게 예뻐? 왜 이렇게 귀여워? 이렇게 많이 해요. 왜 이렇게, 왜 그렇게 많이 써요. I do that to my niece all the time. 우리 나은이는 왜 이렇게 예뻐? Why are you so adorable like this? Or couples, 그렇죠? To your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. 왜 이렇게 예뻐? Why are you so adorable? 이렇게 해요. 네, 좋아요. 허리가 아파요. 그래서 when you combine them, 허리가 아파서예요. 허리가 아파요. 그래서 허리가 아파서 앉지도 못하고 눕지도 I couldn't in the past 못했어요. 허리가 아파서 앉지도 못하고 눕지도 못했어요. If you're talking about the past. But if you are describing how you are now, like a lot of you are saying, you don't have to finish the sentence and just be 앉지도 못하고 눕지도 못하고 죽겠다. 이렇게 할 수 있어요. So if you're describing about the past tense, change the 못해요 ending to 못했어요. If you're talking about the present tense, 못해요 is good, or just 못하고. Can I use 못하고 for the past tense? You can. 네, 쓸 수 있어요. 어제 허리가 너무 아파서 앉지도 못하고 눕지도 못하고 너무 힘들었어. 이렇게 그냥 할 수 있어요. You can end it with 못하고 ... even if you're talking about the past. 괜찮아요. 네, 좋아요. 자, so that's neither nor in Korean. 자, last one. 여러분, 마지막이에요. You use this 지 않다 or 지 못하다 to emphasize. Just not at all. Like, trust me. Emphasizing. Yeah. When it's adjective, it's like just fixed expression. When it's adjective now, we're using subject particle 이가. Okay. Being that, just not. Yeah. Being nice, just not. Whatsoever. 이고 verb는 fixed instead of subject particle, you use object particle 을. Doing that, like an action, doing an action to the object, right? So that's why doing that, just not. I just don't do it at all, per se, period, end of discussion. 이에요. We're using all the particles, right? Topic particle and 도 also, and 가 subject particle and 를 object particle, the magic of Korean particles. You change one particle and the nuance completely changes. So it's a headache for everyone, but also it's the magic of Korean language subtlety, I think. It makes it special too. 기억이 나지를 않아. There you go. 이러지도 못하고 talkative mind님, 난 이것지도 이러지도 못하고 저러지도 못하고 게으른 것 같아요. 오케이. 저는 운동할 때마다 몸이 아파서 운동하기 싫어해요. 운동 좋아하지 않아요. 자, 볼게요. I am just not jealous at all. Like, I'm not a person who gets jealous. BS. Everyone gets jealous. But somebody is like, oh, I really just don't get jealous at all. Like, you can brag all you want. It doesn't affect me. BS. But people try to look like that. 그쵸? So, I am not just jealous at all. 자, we used this jealous earlier to practice conjugation. It was 부럽다. 그쵸? 부럽다 was to be jealous, to be envious. How would you change this to emphasize? Seriously, not at all. I'm never, ever, just not a jealous person. 한국어로 어떻게 할까요? I'm just not jealous. What can I do? 이거 어떻게 해요? Entirely saying no at all. 영화가 좋지가 않아요. The movie is just not for me. 할 수 있어요. Unbothered. 맞아요. Unbothered. I'm just unbothered. Nothing really makes me jealous. 오케이, 좋아요. 자, 부럽다. Is it verb or is it adjective? To be jealous, to be envious. It is an adjective. So we will put the subject particle 가. 여러분, just in general, Korean 101, beginning level, you always use 이가 with adjective. 날씨가 좋아요. You never say 날씨를 좋아요. You never use object particle. So adjective always kind of match it in your head with 이가 particle. 그래서 부럽다 becomes 부럽지가 않아요. 부럽지가 않아. For some reason, I just am not jealous. And because you're emphasizing like just not at all, you often use this with 하나도 or 전혀. 자, 하나도는 literally means one also or even one, not even a bit, not even one bit 이에요. 전혀는 not at all. In English, it'll be not at all. 0% 예요. So you can say 하나도 부럽지가 않아요. Or 전혀 부럽지가 않아요. 예요. Have you heard of this song? 부럽지가 않아. It was sensational in Korean. There was so many TikTok and Instagram reel remixes using his voice and people acting the same way he did because the style was so different from regular songs. And the title of the song is just 부럽지가 않아. And he will say, if you have something that you want to brag, just do all you want. I'm unbothered. I'm just not jealous at all. Not at all. Not even one bit. And instead of 하나도 부럽지가 않아, you'll hear him saying 한 개도 부럽지가 않아, which is incorrect. But people say it in casual conversation. 하나, 한 plus counter 개, as if you are counting things, objects. 한 개, 두 개, 세 개, 네 개, like that, which you shouldn't. It should be 하나도 부럽지가 않아요. But people don't always speak properly, right? So you'll hear people saying 한 개도 부럽지가 않아. 이렇게 해요. And you'll see him saying 부럽지가 않어 or 괜찮어, which is a wrong conjugation. It should be 괜찮아, 부럽지가 않아. 근데 it's Seoul dialect. Seoul regional dialect. A lot of people, instead of 안아, people say 안어, 괜찮어, 이렇게 해요. They would not write down that way. They know it's incorrect. It's not a standard grammar, but in spoken language, you'll people saying 안어. So he's making this song style like really conversational. So he's saying 부럽지가 않어. So we'll look at that. See how he says it. I put the lyrics here as well, and I'm going to play a short part where he says this. Okay? 한번 보세요.
야, 너네 자랑하고 싶은 거 있으면 얼마든지 해. 난 괜찮아. 왜냐면 난 부럽지가 않아. 한 개도 부럽지가 않아. 너네 자랑하고 싶은 거 있으면 얼마든지 해. 난 괜찮아. 왜냐면 난 부럽지가 않아. 전혀 부럽지가 않아. 네가 가진 게 많겠니? 내가 가진 게 많겠니?
So that was the song. Please check it out after our live is done. You can search 부럽지가 않아. The 가수 이름, singer name 장기하예요. 장기하 부럽지가 않아. 저 singer name and song title, 가수 이름하고 노래 제목이에요. 한번 보세요. So, I'm just not jealous at all is what he's doing. 그러면 이거는 어떻게 할까요? This tteokbokki is weird. It's just not spicy. Like there is no spiciness in this. It's wrong, It's just not spicy at all. 어떻게 할까요? How would you say this in Korean? 시아 에란님, in conversation, are the 가 and 를 can be omitted? In just regular sentences, yes. 아침 먹어요, 아침을 먹어요. The full sentence is 아침을 먹어요. But you omit 을을 and just say 아침 먹어요. However, you do use the particles if you want to emphasize. I do eat breakfast. 아침을 꼭 먹어요. 이렇게 해요. So in these phrases, you're putting 가 and 를 particle to emphasize, meaning don't omit them. Keep them to mean this emphasizing meaning. Okay? 부럽지가 않아요. 어차피 주지 않아요. 맞아요. 이거 이제 하루 종일 머릿속에 맴돌 거예요. 맞아요. 부럽지가 않아. It was so addicting, so people got addicted to it. It was sensational. It went viral. 엄청 인기 많았어요. 사람들이 다 틱톡에 올리고 인스타그램에 올리고 엄청 인기 많았어요. So I just explained 안어. It's Seoul regional dialect in the spoken language. It's incorrect, but it's dialect. 자, 좋아요. 그래서 이렇게 이 떡볶이 이상해요. 맵지가 않아요. So you don't need 하나도 or 전혀. Even if you just say 맵지가 않아요. It's emphasizing being spicy. It's not. Like it's weird. It's just not spicy. So in terms of the meaning, it has that not at all meaning, right? So often it is used with 하나도 맵지가 않아요 or 전혀 맵지가 않아요. 이렇게 같이 많이 써요. You use them together a lot, but you don't have to. Just saying 맵지가 않아요, people will get that nuance. It's just not spicy. 할 때 쓸 수 있어요. 그러면 이거는요. I'm in a good mood. My mood is good. My feeling is good. So, it just does not even feel hard. 자, to be in good mood는 기분이 좋다. Mood to be good. Yeah, I'm in a good mood. And 힘들다 is to be hard or exhausting. So I'm just not exhausted. It's just not hard. It doesn't even feel hard at all. You're emphasizing. 어떻게 할까요? 같이 해볼까요? Shall we do it together? 자, 기분이 좋아요. So, 그래서 when you combine them in one sentence, it becomes 기분이 좋아서 힘들지가 않아요. I'm just not exhausted. It's just not difficult at all because I'm in such a good mood. You can also say 하나도 힘들지가 않아요. 전혀 힘들지가 않아요. You can also say 기분이 좋으니까. So the difference between 어서 와서 으니까, I have a video, search 어서 와서 versus 으니까 on my channel home, but it's more subjective. It's not like factual, but I think it's because I'm in a good mood. It just doesn't even feel that hard. 기분이 좋으니까 힘들지가 않아요. 기분이 좋아서 힘들지가 않아요. 둘 다 쓸 수 있어요. 좋아요. 그러면 동사, verb 한번 볼까요? I just didn't go there. I wasn't just even there. Like emphasizing. Instead of I didn't go there, I didn't even go there. I just didn't even go. Not at all. So, how would you say this? And make sure to change this 않다, 않아요 ending to the past tense. And go, 가다, is the verb. So now, instead of 지가 않다, we will use 지를 않다. It's a fixed, like idiomatic kind of expression, basically. I didn't even go there. I just didn't go at all. I wasn't even there at all. 어떻게 할까요? 한번 써보세요. Try to make a sentence in Korean. 그러면 한번 볼까요? 저는 거기 가지를 않았어요. Look at 본인님's sentence. So 가지를 can shorten to 가질. 그죠? 가질 않았어요. 자, past tense, we do not change anything for 지. You change the 않아요 part. So it becomes 가지를 않았어요. 저는 거기 가지를 않았어요. I wasn't even there. 네, 가지를 않았어요, 세스님. 거기 있다 becomes 있지를 않았어요. Don't even ask me. Don't accuse me of doing something wrong there. I wasn't even there. I was just not there. 저는 거기 가질 않았어요. 거기 있질 않았어요. 왜 저한테 그러세요? Why are you doing this to me? 제 잘못이 아니에요. It's not even my fault. I wasn't even there. 이렇게 써요. 거기 가지를 않았어요. 거기 있지를 않았어요. 좋아요. verb 지를 않다 예요. 자, let's make another sentence. My dog is just not eating anything. at all. Like I'm so worried. He's just not eating. Period. 어떻게 할까요? 네, 지셀님 그것도 좋아요. 저는 거기에 가지도 않았습니다. Their do is even. So I even didn't go there. Perfect too. That you can use as well. 가지도 않았어요. 있지도 않았어요. 할 수 있어요. 고기에 있지를 않았어요. So you can use either. So, but not together. 가지를 않았어요. You are emphasizing the action of not going. You can also say 가지도 않았어요. I didn't go there either. Like I didn't even go there either. Then you can say 가지도 않았어요. Both can be used here. 가지도 않았어요. 가지를 않았어요. 둘 다 괜찮아요. You can use both, but not at the same time. 자, my dog is just not eating at all. I'm really worried. 어떻게 할까요? How would you say this? 자, 같이 볼게요. Keep typing in if you're writing your sentence. 저희 강아지가 먹지를 않아요. 너무 걱정돼요. 자, dog, even if it's a grown-up dog, 개 doesn't sound affectionate. It's your baby. Still your baby. So we say puppy, literally. And 내 or 제, my, right? 제 강아지가 괜찮아요. 그런데 like any family members, like 저희 엄마, 우리 엄마, right? 저희 아빠, 우리 아빠. People use 우리 or 저희 a lot. 우리 does not sound humble. 내 does not sound humble. To make it humble and polite, to match this yo ending, you use 제 for my, 저희 for our. So 저희 강아지가 먹지를 않아요. 자, even if you don't say 아무것도, nothing, even nothing, even anything, or 전혀, not at all, even if you don't say this, when you say 지를 않아요, you're emphasizing just not eating, period. That already implies not anything at all. And because in terms of the meaning that kind of goes hand in hand, you can also use this. 아무것도 먹지를 않아요. 전혀 먹지를 않아요. 걱정돼요. 이렇게 할 수 있어요. 오케이, 좋아요. 저희 강아지가 전혀 먹지를 않아서 너무 걱정돼요. 이렇게. One thing, I also have a video, 여러분. You can search on my home channel, 되다 versus 하다. But when you're talking about the emotion and you're describing your own feeling, we use 되다. Because 하다 is more like active action. It's not like you're doing an action, but the feeling is just done to you. You just are that way. You just feel that way. Then we use 돼요. 걱정돼요. 이렇게 써요. 걱정돼요. 해요. 좋아요. 저는 가지를 않았어요. 결혼식에 가지도 않았어요. 좋아요. 제 개가 or 저희 강아지가 아무것도 먹질 않아요. 걱정이에요. 괜찮아요. So 걱정돼요. I am worried. 걱정이에요. It is my worry. It is my concern. So both are used to say I am worried about something. 자, okay. 자, last thing for today. I just can't. Now this time instead of 않다, we are using 못하다, cannot. I just cannot understand you. What's the problem? Why are you mad at me? I just can't get you. 이럴 때. 어떻게 할까요? And again, when it's you, and it's kind of obvious I'm talking to you about you, it's more natural to not say you in Korean and just say the adjective or verb. So, to understand somebody or to understand something, either logically or emotionally, we use 이해하다. So, 이해하지를 못해 sounds a little weird when you are saying I don't think I can. I myself, I'm not sure I can do that. We use 겠어. So that's why I'm not sure. 모르겠어요. I don't know. Instead of 몰라요, Korean people use 모르겠어요 a lot. I'm not sure I know it. So 이해하지를 못하겠어. And a lot of times you'll also say 이해하지를 못하겠네. Or reacting. 네 ending. 이해하지를 못하겠네. 뭐가 문제야? I really just can't understand you. 이렇게 쓸 수 있어요. Just like 모르겠어요. So get is my guessing. I guess so. 알겠어. 그쵸? So you're guessing. I am kind of guessing I can't understand this. I just can't understand this. 이해하지를 못하겠네. 이해하지를 못하겠어. 뭐가 문제야? 이렇게 써요. So emphasizing my frustration of not being able to understand what the hell is a problem with you. 이렇게. 이해를 하지를 못하겠어 라고 할 수 있어요. I am the subject. 내가 understanding is the object that I am doing. 이해를 하지를 못하겠어. You can use both ways. 내가 이해를 하지를 못하겠어. 뭐가 문제야? 이렇게 할 수 있어요. 저는 가끔 한국 이해하지를 못하겠어요. I just can't understand Korea sometimes. 이렇게 할 수 있어요. So you can repeat the 을을 after the object and after the 지. So my lower back hurts. It's just I can't exercise. You can also say 운동을 하지를 못하겠어요. 할 수 있어요. 허리가 아파서 운동을 하지를 못해요. 운동을 하지를 못하겠어요. 이렇게 할 수 있어요. 저는 가끔 한국어를 이해하지를 못하겠어요. 이렇게. So one thing I wanted to say is, 선생님, I don't think I can use all these things. No, don't worry about that. Learning something doesn't start from using it perfectly, right? You'll see these. You'll see people saying 지가 않아요, 지를 않아요, 지도 않아요, 지도 못해요, 잘하지는 못해요, 그렇게 잘하지는 못해요, all these. And now you'll kind of know, wait, 는 is like as for. So like as for that, not. But maybe I still do. Or, those things. So know these meanings. Now recognize them. When you listen to music, when you watch Korean TV, or when you talk to your language partners, your Korean friends, when they say this 지 않아요, 지 못해요 with different particles, you can catch it, right? And then next step will be saying it your own. But start with noticing it from people's utterances. Okay? So that's it for today. 오늘은 여기까지예요, 여러분. Other than 못하겠어 or 모르겠어 is the get applicable to other? 아니요, any verbs. Before we eat, I will eat well. Thank you for the food. 잘 먹겠습니다. You use this. And 알겠어. I think I got it. I guess I got it. 알겠어. I got it is also used. You can also say, 좋겠어요. It must be nice. I am guessing that is nice. 친구가 한국에 가요. Your friend is going to Korea. That must be nice. I guess it's nice. 좋겠어. 좋겠다. 좋겠네. 이렇게 get 많이 써요. What is the meaning of 못하겠어? I don't think I can. I will, or I think is the get suffix. So I don't think I can. 못하겠어. Yeah. I don't think I can do it. 나 그거 못하겠어. 이렇게 할 수 있어요. 오케이. 자, 여러분, 여기까지예요. So this is what I have for today. We finished everything. So, thank you for joining live today again. And next week we'll talk about 은 편이에요. So tendency. I'm on a taller side. I'm on a shorter side. I tend to do this. I tend to do that. We are going to talk about your tendency, habit, describing personalities in general, how they tend to be kind of thing. 다음 주에 할 거예요. 시아 에라님, 네, 재미있다. So 재미있겠다. That sounds fun. I think that'll be fun. 맞아요. 지는 않아요. 하나만 오케이. 다른 거 아니다고 설명을 본 적이 있어요. 예를 들어 해물 좋아하기는 하는데 새우만 좋아하지는 않아요. 다른 해물도 좋아해요. 네, 맞아요. It's not just that. Partial negation. 그쵸? 오늘 재미있었어요. 다행이에요. 저도 감사합니다, 여러분. 네, so all the streamings are saved after it's finished. So please watch it again for review. And I'll also make highlights. I try to make the live highlights because lives are long. So you can watch shorter videos later. 그렇죠? 감사합니다. 저도 감사합니다, 여러분. 그러면 우리는 다음 주에 만나고 주말 잘 보내세요. Have a good weekend and I'll see you next week. 그쵸? Abril님, how would you combine the previous sentence about the dog not eating and being worried into the sentence? 저희 강아지가 먹지를 않아서 걱정돼요. 저희 강아지가 먹지를 않으니까 걱정돼요. 이렇게 해요. So about how to make sentences using 어서, 아서, or 으니까, please go to my channel home and search 으니까 or 어서, 아서. Then there is a video where I teach you 어서, 아서, and 으니까 at the same time. So you can watch that and you should be able to make complex sentences with that. Okay? 네. 자, 저도 오늘 수업 와주셔서 감사합니다, 여러분. 수고하셨어요. 우리는 다음 주에 다시 만나요. 네, 좋은 하루 되시고, 좋은 주말 되시고, 일주일 잘 보내세요. 다음 주에 만나요. 네, 안녕히 계세요.